We're always so fortunate when we're joined by recruiter guy Bill Humbert because he has wonderful tips and tricks on how you can find that perfect career. Well, we're going to start talking about when college students should start applying for that perfect career. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Maddie. How are you this morning?
I'm so wonderful because every time I get to chat with you, no matter the topic, I feel like I always have great takeaways that expand my horizons and maybe help me give advice to friends who are looking for new jobs, or maybe look inward and say, oh, if I wanted to shift careers, what would be my next best option? And so let's talk about how college kids should start looking for their next career.
It's really interesting because if they wait until they're in college to start looking for a job, so for their first job, they didn't work at a store or out in the field or something like that, they don't yet know how to work with as a member of a team in a job where they're getting paid and they have responsibilities. And that really needs to start in high school. And so if you're a high school student, now is the time to be looking for a job. If you're a college student, now is the time to be looking for a job. So it's really important to get started in high school if you can. And if not, starting college, just pick up some job either around the campus or off campus.
And then, of course, we always talk about hiring managers and the importance that they have. So, what do hiring managers look for in these entry level candidates?
Well, I've worked with literally probably a couple thousand hiring managers since 1981. And what I have found from them is that when they look for entry level candidates and they're for professional positions, they want to know what they did for work before they became a college student. And they would like to know why they went to work. And here's my little recruiter guy secret. The right answer is I went to work to create my own financial independence so I'd have my own money and be able to decide what to do with it. The wrong answer is my parents made me do it. Bah.
Now, if you're saying a student waits till college to get their first job, they've waited too long.
They did wait too long. But, it's never too late to start picking up those skills. And, working, it can be an hourly job. My One of my daughters told me, well, my job is to get A's. And I said, that's okay. And then when she wanted a car on campus, I said, well, you need to get a job to support that car because I'm not buying the gas for it. And so she went to work for Target. She was getting straight A's and she went to work for Target. And that was probably the best thing she could have done.
Now, you've had a very long career with many different paths that it's gone down, but you're quite successful in what you do now. When did you start working?
I started working at age 9. I was recruiting, there you go. I was delivering the Washington Daily News at age 9 and then started delivering the Washington Post at age 10. And what that enabled me to do was pay my way through my chosen high school. I chose DeMatha Catholic High School in Hyattsville, Maryland. And I found that with 4 months worth of income from my Washington Post paper route, I could pay for DeMatha. And now there's a guy on CBS that you'll see on NFL Sundays who was 2 years behind me at DeMatha, and his name is James Brown. And so James was a smart guy as a high school student, and he was an amazing basketball player.
And how did that early work experience work in your favor?
Well, it taught me customer service. It taught me how to work with adults. At 9 and 10 and 11 years old, sometimes adults can be very imposing on you. But I would get up at 4 a.m. every morning, 7 days a week, get the newspaper out so they have it in front of them when they're drinking their coffee. And I probably made more money on tips than I did on delivering the newspaper.
Which is insane to think about. At such a young age, you started with such a strong work ethic. Now, if there are students at home that are watching this and they want more information, they want the opportunity to chat with you, what's the best way for them to go about that?
Well, get on my website, RecruiterGuy.com, and click on Speak with Bill, and that's my calendar link. And so at their own convenience, they can pick, set up a time when we could have a Zoom call. But let me tell you one more story. There was a guy that was even more impressive than me, a lot more impressive. He started working at McDonald's at age 16, and he had the jobs that nobody wanted. Like the ketchup bottle exploded, and he was the one that had to clean it up. His name was, or is, Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, the founder of Blue Origins, and actually now the owner of the Washington Post, and the wealthiest person in the United States. And he got his start at age 16 at a McDonald's.
I think this just shows that it's important to start young. It's important to give yourself that time to really grow and work on your work ethic before you start college. And it's so important to have wonderful mentors like yourself, so people taking the opportunity to use you as a fabulous resource, whether it's just that entry-level job or it's that career shift that they've been looking for. You're always the perfect solution, Bill.
Well, thanks, Maddie. It's great to hear something like that, especially from somebody like you who gets to meet a lot of people.
Well, Bill, I enjoy every time I have the opportunity to chat with you because it's so wonderful to learn all of these great ways that people can better themselves, better their career, and better their opportunity. So one more time, what's the website for people to get in contact with you?
RecruiterGuy.com.
Bill, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us and giving us all this wonderful information.
Thank you, Maddie. It's great to be here.
Make sure that if you have that student at home that you help them get the drive to start their work young, because it's going to help them as they advance their career. Now you can always check out the Recruiter Guy Bill Humbert because he's got all of the wonderful answers to all of your solutions and all of the problems that you may have. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.